Hey, what's going on, guys? LGM Delo here. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And today is New Year's Eve, so I just want to say Happy New Year's to everyone out there. Hope everyone has a blessed night and stay safe. In this video, I'm bringing you all some tips to think about that will improve your playstyle drastically in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. But this can be applied to any Call of Duty in general. So make sure to tune in and watch to the end of the video, because I added a bonus tip at the end that will definitely help you become an overall better player. Alright, let's get into it. The first tip I want to get into is about horizontal and vertical sensitivity. This game is very fast paced and people are constantly rushing and moving, peeking around corners, jumping over barriers, all types of stuff. So if you are coming across a player with a higher sensitivity and you have a lower one, chances are they will win that gunfight as long as their sensitivity is not too high. So you're going to want to make sure your sensitivity is not too high, but also not too low. I recommend around a 1.80 for your horizontal sensitivity and maybe like a 1.90 for your vertical. If you're not used to playing at that high of a sensitivity, start off gradually, maybe lower around like a 1.60 for the horizontal and then 1.70 for the vertical, and then over time increase your sensitivity as you go. But overall, you just don't want to have too low of a sensitivity, because if you do come across those more skilled and advanced players, they will win those gunfights, especially if they're spinning around corners and sliding on you. So the second point I want to bring to your attention is controller vibration. If you have this on, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but it sometimes can mess up your movement and your accuracy, especially if you're constantly spraying. So if you have your vibration on, I highly recommend you turn it off, because it will drastically improve your accuracy and help you focus better. It might take some time to get used to, but after a week or so, you will be used to it, and trust me, in the long run, it's worth the transition. So for the third tip, I recommend you guys switch your ADS sensitivity to 0.90. You can find this under your controller settings. I believe it's under aiming. And what this is going to do is help with your aim assist and make it easier to lock onto your targets. This is due to the fact that when you zoom in on your iron sight, it's not going to move around so quick. You'll be able to move at a slower pace. And this overall helps your accuracy when you're trying to lock on those targets from a distance or players that are head glitching. And the fourth tip also has to do with your ADS, but it's going to be focusing on the transitioning timing from when you're walking around with your gun at hip to when you zoom in on your enemy. Basically, there is a setting under aiming as well called ADS sensitivity transition timing, and what you're going to want to do is switch that to gradual, because when you go from hip to zooming in, it gradually changes the sensitivity. Because, for example, say you have a higher sensitivity that you move at, it's going to be different from the sensitivity that you use when you're zooming in on your iron sight. So what you're going to want to do is gradually go from your higher sensitivity when you're walking to your aiming sensitivity. And if you have this on instant, it's going to be a lot harder to do that, because when you have instant on, it automatically goes from that high sensitivity to that low and slow sensitivity. Instant is normally for people that are advanced at the game, that are able to set up their shots before they actually zoom in. So for example, their crosshairs are pointed in the direction of their enemy before they even get there, so that when they line up that shot and zoom in, they automatically are locked onto them. But if you're not that skilled of a player, gradual is where you're going to want to go, because it kind of helps you slowly but surely get to your target when you zoom in, if you don't completely have your shot set up. So for the rest of these tips, they're going to be aimed at strategy and planning rather than controller settings. So for the fifth tip, it's about using the right weapon for the right map. For example, on larger maps, you're going to want to use assault rifles. But on smaller maps, like Nuketown, you're going to want to use submachine guns. This is because most of your battles are going to be close quarters, there's going to be a lot of corners, and a lot of action going on. Now, if you're on a larger map, you're going to want to use an AR, because most of those gunfights are going to be at long to mid-range. So the only time you really want to use a submachine gun on a bigger map is if you're rushing. Other than that, it's better to use an assault rifle, because most of those battles are going to be fought at distance. For the sixth tip, you're going to want to stay away from the middle of the map, because that's a hot spot and you're going to die a lot there. That's where most of the action's going on and everyone's going and dying. Most of the Call of Duty maps, if not all, are 3-lane maps, and that's how it's been since the beginning. So if you go to the middle, that's where all the action's going on. So it's better to push on the right side or the left side. That way you can kill the enemies in the middle, and if you got people on the same side as you, you can just look out for them as well. But all those people running in the middle, especially if that's you, you're most likely going to die, and it's going to be hard to get kill streaks. For the 7th tip, you don't want to play this game like it's a run and gun game, and I'm specifically talking about Black Ops 6. Yeah, a lot of people like to rush, but that's how you're going to die a lot, and you're not going to be able to reach kill streaks. The slower you play with a goal and objective in mind, the better you will play. If you play slower, you will get more kills, I promise. And I know we've all been there where we wanted to seek revenge, but if someone drops you, do not seek revenge. 9 out of 10, if you're only focused on that one opponent, you're not going to be paying attention to the map and what's going on around you. So, for example, say someone on Nuketown kills you in the house and then you're rushing to get to them. Chances are, when you die and come back to get them, on your way to get them, someone's going to get you and drop you somewhere else. And even if you do make it to him, he's probably already in a power position and he's already ready to drop you again. So just play it calm and play it regular, you know? If you come across him, kill him, but don't target him, because when you seek revenge, you start to distract yourself from the actual objective. You'll get him eventually. Just play smart and be strategic. Get him in the long run by winning the game. For tip number 9, do not overstay your welcome in a certain area. Basically, don't sit and hold down an area for too long, because that's when people start to seek revenge and come after you. Once you get a few kills in a certain area, get away from there immediately and find somewhere else to go. Then rinse and repeat. Jump from one spot to another, get a few kills, jump to another spot. Keep people on their toes, because people, like I said, will be trying to seek revenge on you. And once they know where you're at, especially if you kill like 5 different people and they're all trying to seek revenge on you, you will end up dying if they're all pursuing you. So just go and jump to a different spot. And don't go towards the middle of the map. Go back to your spawn, wrap around there, and then go to the other side of the map. And don't go in the middle. Just so, for example, if you're on the right side of the map, and let's say you got like 5 kills, wrap around back to your spawn, and then go to the right side of the map, get like 3 more kills, and then maybe from there you could go back to the left. But just do not go to the middle. For the 10th tip, this one is very important, so pay attention. We all know about this, but we don't necessarily play towards it. Regarding kill streaks, you're going to want to play for them. When you have a goal in mind, you play a little bit better, because it forces you to play smarter and more strategic. Instead of just running out there, dying, getting 4 kills, dying, you're more so focused on staying alive and are more aware of your surroundings, which overall makes you a better player. And then from there, when you get a UAV, it motivates you to get your counter, and then hopefully you get your chopper gunner or your lodestar. And then from there, it's total domination. You let the kill streaks get the kills for you. This overall boosts your performance and helps your KD. For the 11th tip, if you're losing a really long range gunfight and you're barely hitting anything and the guy is melting you, then just leave that area, because chances are you will die. And by the time that guy tries to rush you, you'll be in an advantage spot if he even does. If he doesn't, then just play the game normally and look for new enemies. You just don't want to get tunnel vision and focus on one enemy, because that's how you get killed. You end up just focusing on them, trying to get them, they end up killing you, or you end up getting killed by someone else because you lose track of your surroundings and don't even know what's going on. For the 12th tip, you're going to want to use a silencer, because it helps you be more stealthy and unknown, so your opponents don't know what your next move is. Also, Ninja helps out because your footsteps are super loud in this game. Or you can throw on Ghost, because it hides you from the enemy's UAV, which can be extremely beneficial because they're looking for red dots when they have a UAV, so it puts you at an advantage point to catch them off guard. And then for the last and final tip, this is our bonus. If you really want to get better at the game and improve your skill, go into a private match, turn off your aim assist, and set it to headshots only. And then you're going to want to turn maximum health on and put on the maximum amount of bots you can and set them to recruit. When you do this, this improves your accuracy tremendously. And if you do this every single day and aim for around 200 kills each match, you will significantly improve, because you're going above and beyond by aiming for headshots only, and on top of that, you don't have aim assist, so you're relying on nothing but your own skill. So when you finally do go back to playing public matches and you turn on aim assist, you're going to be playing like a pro, because you'll be used to shooting at their heads, and on top of that, you'll have the aim assist to help you out. Just make sure that you turn back on aim assist before you do go and play public matches, because if you don't, you'll be playing really bad and wondering why. That's happened to me a couple times, and I'm just sitting there like, what's going on? I thought I was just practicing. And then the whole time I'm like, oh, aim assist is not on. No wonder. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitch. at LGMDlo. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.